Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's Adrian here, and I just thought I'd get on here quickly and make this video about the five most common reasons why you are not seeing the results that you want to see. So, when it comes to transforming our bodies, whether it be gaining muscle, losing body fat, getting fitter, getting healthier, getting into better shape in general, a lot of people often find it very difficult or very hard. And then there's others you look at and you think, like, how does this guy make it look so easy? How does he get those results? And you often find in talking to more people and dealing with people that there's a couple of things that they often neglect or forget about when it comes to getting results. And these are the five most common things I see as to why people don't get the results they want to see. So reason number one is just too much comfort or too much of a comfort zone. So what happens is people cultivate habits and ways of doing things over time, whether this be regards to exercise, whether it be regards to diet or just lifestyle related topics in general. So, I'll pick diet as a good example. So they want to lose weight or they want to build muscle or get in better shape, but they're not willing to sacrifice some of the comfort zone that they've created for themselves in terms of food, whether it be foods they're eating, whether it be habits they've formulated. Maybe it's the takeout food 2 or 3 times a week that they don't want to give up. They don't want to make a little bit of sacrifice in terms of food they're eating. It could be training. It could be, going to the gym and doing the same thing over and over again, or just doing the same exercises you've been doing that have formed part of a set routine, or, it could be exercises that you particularly enjoy, but aren't yielding the results you want. And that's when you got to call for a bit of change. You've got to say, okay, I'm stuck in a bit of a comfort zone and I'm in a place of too much comfort, and I need to put aside my fear of, a bit of discomfort with regards to your greater goal and whatever it is you want to achieve. So that's reason number one. The second reason why you may not be seeing the results you want to see is just simply not paying enough attention to detail. You'd be surprised if I told you how many people you talk to about diet and about food they're eating, and I think this revolves around food mainly, um, where they're unaware that you need to track food in terms of a food scale. You need to weigh your food, track your calories, see whether you're creating a caloric deficit or caloric surplus. That is the sort of basic premise to losing body fat or gaining muscle. If you want to gain weight, you need to be consuming more calories than you're expending. If you want to lose weight, you need to be expending more calories than you're consuming. It's that simple. And the only way you're going to know that is to either track your food, track your calories, use a food scale to determine how much you're eating every day, and keep that consistent. So there's a lack of consistency that comes in there as well, where people don't track those things, they don't track their food. And so it's very difficult to pinpoint what they're doing. And every day just becomes very different when you start eyeballing portion sizes and things like that. And the same could be said for training, is not paying attention to progress over time. Whether, there's a multitude of different training styles you can follow. Whether you're training with a sort of progressive overload model, your goal should always be progress. And that involves, paying attention to some finer details in training, paying attention to, your rate of perceived exertion, which is another one that falls into that equation. And the third reason why people may not see the results they want to see is just simply lack of accountability. For a lot of people, there's always the "I'll start on Monday," I'll start next week" type of people, and they just find it very difficult to hold themselves accountable. This is where a good coach or a mentor or somebody looking in on you, you're able to report back to them, whether it be by means of weight measures, whether it be by means of progress photos, certain body part measurements, whether you're measuring the circumference of your waist or certain areas like that, if your goal is to lose weight, or even using a caliper or something like that to check body fat. Even if you don't have a coach or somebody holding you accountable, these things are great to do frequently as a means of keeping yourself accountable. So if you don't have a coach, I encourage you to track your weight regularly, take regular progress photos, certain body part measurements as well as caliper measurements in terms of body fat as a means of keeping yourself accountable when the going gets tough, and sticking to the plan isn't as easy. Okay guys, so another reason why you may not be seeing the results you want to see is quite simply being impatient. This could be, when you followed some of the other processes of putting a good plan together, being consistent, creating consistency, getting out of your comfort zone, and always pushing the boundaries of what you can achieve, is just being impatient and changing things up too quickly. Oftentimes we see people on a plan trying to lose weight or trying to gain muscle, and they often change a whole bunch of variables at once. The way I look at it is, it's like a hand of cards. You're playing a card game and you've got a good hand and you've got a number of cards to play. You want to play those cards strategically. You want to play them one at a time. So some of those different cards could be, dropping calories. Some of those cards could be adding in cardio. For the guys trying to gain muscle, those cards could be an increase in calories. It could be adding particular supplements or things like that to your regiment, or changing up your training style, or trying to train a little bit heavier. Whatever the case is, just making a change or playing a card or playing a variable. And oftentimes you find people become a little bit impatient. Perhaps after a week or two they haven't seen the results they want, and so it becomes very easy to kind of just start playing all your cards at once because you're impatient and you just want everything to happen at once, and you want the results to happen a little bit quicker. And one thing bodybuilding has really taught me is just to remain patient and remain consistent and stick to the plan. Give the changes you've made a chance to work. If you've started off on a base plan, give it some time to work before you start becoming impatient and you stop seeing results. Because eventually with anything we do, it works for a certain period of time, and then we hit a plateau, we hit a bit of a wall. And that's when you need to strategically just play those cards one by one to keep that progress coming. The problem comes in if you kind of play all your cards at once, you then hit that wall, you hit that plateau, and you've got no more cards to play. So don't change things up too quickly, and don't get impatient. And the final reason, the fifth reason why you might be failing to see the results you want to see, is quite simply failure to create a winning environment. So if you want to be a winner, you want to be successful at something you're doing, it might be losing weight, it might be gaining muscle, whatever your goal is, you need to create an environment that's engineered for success. And this comes down to factors that are included outside of the gym, outside of your training environment, outside of your diet, what you're eating. 24/7, everything you do needs to be engineered towards your end goal and achieving the results you want. Some people may call this obsessive. Some people may call this a little bit too much, but I don't think so. It's just cultivating a lifestyle that's engineered for success. You need to be making sure you're getting enough sleep. You need to make sure you're minimizing stress outside of the gym. As everybody knows, stress has a negative impact on any type of body transformation you're trying to make, whether it be gaining muscle, whether it be losing fat. You want to make sure all of those lifestyle factors are taken into account. Everything you're doing outside the gym, you're not partying on the weekends. You're doing things that are designed to achieve your goal. And, this helps create consistency. This helps us stick to the plan. This helps us not make those 5 mistakes. And that way, you will definitely achieve better results. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please share this video, and stay tuned for more on our channel. Thanks, guys.